Urban planning program at Columbia has a pretty long history, and of course, digital evolution has a much recent history. We really are preparing our students to know both data science, but also some of the critical issues that planners are very much central to. And last but not least, what we call values, right? And 价值观. We want planning students and planners to really understand that there are equity and ethics issues in data practices.
Our task was to come up with a system that would support street vendor economy in a pilot project on one popular pedestrian street in the city. Basically, what we have done was designing a systematic solution to facilitate street vendors' economy in a much more sustainable way. Firstly, we're designing a feasible guideline and master plan of creating flexible market layouts that fit the use of vendor stalls. Secondly, zooming into the product level, we are actually designing and prototyping the street cart. And lastly, we are also building an online platform for relevant stakeholders, include vendors, customers, and management entities from the city government. The online app will be collecting data on business operations and also help management to learn about the status of the vendor activities. And also, it will facilitate the application and approval process to become a street vendor so that the activity is much more accountable and secure. The process will be efficient and also institutionalized. The app will also provide information on real-time traffic that shows the level of crowdedness. It will display the business map for visitors for navigation purposes, and also advertisement opportunities for the street vendors so that they have a channel to promote their business and communicate with customers. And then finally, vendors will be able to reserve their cart using the app. We wanted to design the system so that it's flexible enough to accommodate all of these changing and transformative practices. And we can think of it in terms of a shareable carts, like WeWork for street vendors.
We always found that the products they provided doesn't always match what we need. And the city, the urban environment is always dynamic. It's changing continuously. Sometimes the result we got cannot really help in the current issue. I have a question about how is the technology evolving to be real time?
I think the application can be seen in a lot of aspects because data is a very important production element in the planning field. And it's an example that I use machine learning and image detection technology in this topic of street health check. I use remote sensing detection technology to detect all of these buildings, and then we use one of our product in survey to collect those image data. And then we applied it with image processing technology to get those indicators in these images. And the first aspect is safety. All these indicators good with a feature with green light, and then whether if it's bad, it's showing red. And we can see in Wangjing, pedestrian width it is very good, but if we see in Shenzhen, it is very bad. This kind of technology can help us to break down these indicators into a very detailed level. Like this legend shows that there is no illegal parking in these areas, but in Beijing there's lots. This kind of chart shows that the pedestrian footpath is broken here. And then you can see in Shanghai, the broken point is less. And in Beijing, Sanlitun, there's a lot of broken points. And all of these indicators are calculated using machine learning and deep learning algorithms. So this example shows how it can be applied to help us to diagnose this kind of urban problems.
I also want to say thank you to the staff at Global Center for all the support. And thank you our sponsors and everyone, including our members, who made this all happen today. Thank you.